right. So the first one we hit up into is the American Airline girl real, right? That's what they're dubbing her. What are they dubbing her?
American Airlines, it's not real.
Yeah, it's not real, right? So for some of you that haven't seen it, just a quick recap. There was a flight, I think, going out of Dallas to Orlando, and she was on this lady. She ends up freaking out about it, moves to the front of the plane, and then she just starts talking about some blank is not real, some, I guess, motherfucker is not real, right? She said, and she said she is getting off the plane. If you guys want to stay on the plane, you guys can go ahead and die, whatever. So it ended up the plane having to be deplaned. Everybody had to go outside of security and come back through security to get back on the plane because of the stuff she was saying, right? So she did that viral video that went out there of her. You probably seen her in her pose with the two. Why? Because the funny part about that, though, honestly, is that did she think that, hey, if I'm going to talk to people, I have to be like the flight attendant? Did she think it's a requirement? Because she was talking like a flight attendant. Yep. She's like, whoop, So exits are over there.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to.
But so she made her rounds on the internet. Everybody's trying to figure out who this person was. And, a lot of guys were all falling all over for her, apparently, right? So there was that angle of it as well. Yep. And so she finally broke her silence. I think the Daily Mail tracked her down and found her and got an interview with her. Her name is Tiffany Gomas, right? Something like that, right? She's out in Texas. She's she was an executive for marketing. Now she has her own marketing company, I think she's running through. So she's doing her thing right out there. She's doing marketing. She does marketing, right? So she came out with a second video pretty much apologizing for her actions on that plane and profanity that she used, especially to the kids, and just pretty much saying, she had a bad moment, she's seen it, and she wants to move on from it. Okay, that's great, but she didn't address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Tiffany Gomas, probably better known as the Crazy Plane Lady, which is completely warranted. As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it's time. First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case. My use of profanity was completely unnecessary, and I want to apologize to everyone on that plane, especially those that had children aboard. Can't imagine going through that and trying to explain to your kid what in the world just happened. We all have our bad moments, some far worse than others, and mine happened to be caught on camera for the whole world to see multiple times. Sorry, trying not to sound like Minnie Mouse. Well, it has been really comical for everyone, and I have highly enjoyed so many of the memes. On the flip side, it is very invasive and unkind. And I don't know what I would do without the love and support of my friends and family. They are loyal to a fault, and I don't know what I did to deserve them. Sorry, y'all. I hope that I can use this experience and do a little bit of good in the world, and that is what I intend to do. I hope that you guys can accept my apology and I can begin to move on with my life.
Who was not real?
Who's not real? What she see?
Yeah.
Why she's freaking out about it?
Yeah, who's this guy? Is he really a lizard guy like they're saying, who's like blinking side-eyed or something like that? Like, who is this, right? So there's this whole thing on where there's a I guess there's like a cult of people who believe that there are lizard people among us, right?
Yeah.
And they think that she saw one of these people that was lizard thing, so they're running with that, saying she did see this. Again, she did not address what she saw or what she was saying, but the way the whole story actually breaks down, if you look deeper into it, is that she said she was distressed, but she was distressed because she was mad at a family member she was flying with for stealing her AirPods, right? So that's what she said, and then she got kicked off, and she wanted to get off the plane, and then so she's distressed because this person. So I actually read a comment down that explained it pretty good. They said like she was mad about the AirPods, wanted to get back at the person with the AirPods that stole her AirPods to pretty much say anything to cancel the flight, because they show her she gets off the flight, and then when she gets out of it, there's another video of her with cops, and she's trying to get back on the flight. She wants to get back. So if you really saw something weird or think something like that, you wouldn't be trying to get back on the flight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so I think
threats like that.
Yeah. So what's happened, I think, is that she got pissed at the person who stole her AirPods, and then she tried to get them back. Well, if I'm not going, you're not going to either. I'm going to cancel this flight, right? And then she gets off. She realizes what the hell she did. Try to get back on the plane, and she's told no, she can't, and then she had to Uber home. But I think that's kind of probably what really happened, right?
Yeah.
And she maybe she was drinking a little bit or something.
I mean, you got to be on something to number one, be that pissed off where you want to get that person kicked off the plane, and number two, to make that accusation that you're seeing people in the back, and stuff like that. And if you've watched the first video, I would highly suggest watching that so you guys get a backstory of what we're talking about. It seems like it's more than alcohol that's causing that stuff. I don't want to make accusations, but it's probably something a little more harder in the system.
I think just the state she was in, and then you couple that with like somebody pissing her off, like a family member. She's like you said, thinking kind of out of her mind, like, oh, I'm going to cancel this flight too, right? And man, that's just crazy. Like,
and go to the damn store that's in the airport, buy another fucking AirPod for like $20. Probably it's probably like $60 at the vending machines they have there and stuff, but. It ain't that serious. Like, come on now.
Yeah, she's an executive, right? She got money.
Do you think she's marketing? She did it for clout to get the attention?
Well, so this is what we kind of talked about offline, is that I think the second video came out because she was getting hammered by it, and she owns a business, so she's trying to save face a little bit, right? Yeah. But as a PR person, she kind of knows how to guide through this and manipulate it, and you probably should use it to your advantage, right? So my thing is like, yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's going to get some more clients, especially looking at the comments of all the guys. She's going to get a lot of guy clients that are going to hit
Instagram and OnlyFans that she has.
Well, that's what you're going to say. If she's marketing right now, if she really just wants about the money, what does she need to open up right now then? Yeah, OnlyFans, right? I'm just saying, with the amount of the guys are saying, if she opened up one of those and she puts her marketing cap on, right, her hat right there, which she's executive of marketing, she knows what she's doing, man, she'd probably be clearing $1 million a month.
Yeah, and so let's be sure to have the users view this video so they have an idea of what her apology is to the video.
So let's play that real quick too.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's the second video of the apology. So she's trying to save some face there on what happened right there, using her PR hat to spin it a little bit, right? So again, like I mentioned, she didn't address what she saw.
What everyone really wants to see or hear.
Who is this lizard person, if there was, right? So that was not addressed. So we'll never know about that. But again, I think it goes back to what we said, what it was, which is she was not probably she was just mad at her relative and tried to get him back, and she messed up on the way she tried to get back at her. So
I'm guessing she was a little zooted.
She's a little Zanny.
So something, Zanny alcohol. I don't know.
Something going on, right? But yeah, she's out there though now. So she's out there. She put out that video. So I don't know. What do you think, Rob? You think that should affect her going forward, or do you think we should be able to forgive? Is there anything she needs to apologize for? What do you think?
I mean, in the apology video that you guys just watched, I think she just said a whole lot of nothing. Because really what people want to know is what exactly did she see, and even if a family member caused that much, drama for her to, cause people to get delayed on their flights and stuff like that, it's not worth. I don't know. If I was on that flight, I'd be pretty pissed off because you're just going on this rant. Then you find out after the fact it's all because someone stole your AirPods. It's pretty immature. You're an adult. You shouldn't be having these little rants like that, let alone, you should be arrested for making those kind of accusations.
Yeah,
I don't know if she actually was or if they
no.
just deplaned her and that was it. But
No, she
I'd
was
be pretty pissed.
Yeah, I don't think she was not arrested. She was she might have been given some, like a ticket or something when she showed up, but she wasn't like taken into custody. Like
Was she handcuffed getting off the plane,
no,
or was she just walked
No,
off,
'cause there's
walked
a-
off at her own accord?
yeah, because there was a video of her trying to get back on the plane. I think at the counter right by the gate, trying to get back on there right afterwards. And then there's a video of her outside leaning against like the rail with her suitcases and like talking to two cops.
Did the other person get off the plane? The family members she was accusing of.
I don't know. It's a
They
good
got on
question.
their flies like that sucks.
Yeah,
They
with the
put
AirPods.
on.
That sucks.
That's really what I wanted, just
Yeah.
silence from her.
It's like, all right, got my trip, got my AirPods,
Yeah.
so we're good to go. You know,
Watch
so.
it be a short flight too,
Yeah,
like a half hour.
well,
flight.
yeah. I mean, Orlando, Dallas to Orlando is probably
a
what
few hours, I'm guessing.
I'd probably say. Well, I'm probably totally wrong on this, but probably like 2.5, 3 hours,
Yeah.
maybe something like that, right?
I guess something like that
yeah,
too.
yeah. It shouldn't be that long, I would say. But yeah, that's. I mean, I feel like she knows PR. She's a marketer, so her putting this video is probably a must because that's what she did. She's probably running the playbook. She knows.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, at some point, I mean, like, hey, it happened. Like to your point. Definitely apologize to the people who were on the plane. They probably have a certain way they feel, but the rest of the world is kind of like, whatever. I mean, it happened. I guess that's kind of crazy.
I don't think she's going to be banned from flying on American Airlines or anything like that just because
No, she
maybe
might be
she
the-
just went off on her own accord.
No, well, the way she's getting some of the reaction, she might become the spokesman for American Airlines. You never know.
Yeah, I'm sure there could be some other videos that come out that put her in a good spotlight.
Yeah, exactly. And she, like you said, she knows that background of PR, so she'll probably throw something out there. But she looked totally different from the first video.
Yes.
Like there's some difference going on there. I think that's the other thing that was big about this. Or like, is it the same girl?
It
Like
doesn't
there's
look like it if you're
she
looking at it
changed
side
up.
by side.
No, because it looks like she different hair. My thing is like I know a lot of people are like, oh, she changed it up to look better in the second video or whatever like that. But my thing is like I wonder if she just changed up her so nobody would recognize her after the video. It just happened to be that, right? Maybe
Well,
that.
it's like people that if you're going to court and stuff like that, you're going to dress up a little more conservative than what you usually do. So
Yeah.
it's probably something like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, well, Tiffany Gomas, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she's doing her thing now. So
Well, I'm sure we'll probably hear something else if something comes out of it, which I don't know if there will be as far as like any lawsuits or anything like that. but
nah, is it the only thing we're gonna hear is we're either gonna hear silence and she's gone, or we're gonna see an OnlyFans launch. One of the two. Those are the only two things.
we'll see. Time will tell.
Well, all right, there we go.